Hey there, I'm Gabriel Morris. I'm a world traveler. I've been traveling around the world for 30 years now. I am here at a remote, secluded beach on a remote, secluded Greek island. Turkey is right out there. You can actually see the coastline of Turkey. And I camped here. You have to hike in. There's a point over there, and you hike around the point. And I was going to record this video at the spot where I camped, but I hiked back here today to record this video and also take a swim. The Aegean Sea is right there. But somebody was now camped at the spot where I had camped the previous night. And so I'm just going to explain what I was going to explain there at the site. And so I arrived at the site there, and it was littered with garbage left behind, camping equipment that people had left from, I guess, the summer of staying here. And so here's kind of a makeshift table. And another one. And this metal cup is something that I found here at the camp. So when I got here yesterday, then this was a total mess. And I'll explain what I mean. Over here, there is a big pile of stuff. Basically garbage. It was essentially leftover camping items that have been left here by obviously people who were here for the summer. And it was all just kind of spread around this whole campsite. Fortunately, there was a bag with some garbage bags in it. I guess someone was thinking of cleaning up and then didn't. So I made use of those garbage bags and the various crates and things and got all that stuff stuck in one place here. And so I thought this would be a good example to show one like real life thing that you can do in order to make a difference and minimize your impact as a traveler. And so I cleaned up that site. It would be great to hike it out of here, but it is a bit of a hike and it was a lot of stuff there. But that is just one example of something that can be done when you're a traveler, is keep in mind the impact that you're having in a real sense of the places that you're staying and how you're actually impacting the land, and if it's campsites or beaches that you go to or whatever. And then there's another example that I wanted to give, which is that I'm not just a traveler, I'm also a travel vlogger. I have a YouTube channel, Gabriel Traveler, with more than 300,000 subscribers, and I made a video of this beach. But I didn't want to promote the beach because it is so secluded and little known, and so in the video, then I actually didn't even mention the name of the beach or the name of the island. And I asked people in the video, if you know where this is, then please do not reveal it in the comments below the video. And so that is just another little example of keeping in mind your impact as a traveler. If you have a social media following, then your impact as a influencer, as they say, and how can you make small little changes, adjustments, keep things in mind in terms of how you're impacting the world and your environment in various ways. Because I think that is the most important thing when you're traveling around the world, is what is your impact on a daily basis? How can you minimize the impact that you have? Don't litter, of course, and maybe clean up certain places if you are able to. And what kinds of products are you buying? I fly a lot, of course, because I am going around the world, and that is a big impact on the environment. I also take a lot of public transportation, and so hopefully that helps to counteract that a little bit, taking buses and trains and metros, and I also hitchhike. Nice day for hitchhiking. Just went for a hike and coming back. I have been hitchhiking for actually 40 years, since I was a kid, and that is of course a great way to not impact the environment any more than the person driving otherwise would be. Not for everybody, but just one little example of another thing that a person could do is make choices that will improve the world in some way and minimize the detriment that you are having against the world. When I go to certain places where I know that the water is safe to drink, then I will oftentimes drink the water straight out of the tap instead of buying bottled water, because that way you save a bottle, and that is one less piece of plastic going in a landfill somewhere. And so you don't have to have a big program of I'm doing this, massive effort to try to change the world, the most important thing for every person is to keep in mind, how are they impacting their world, the planet, the environment on a daily basis, and how can you be mindful of that and make a difference somehow in the way that you're traveling. So take care, have a good day.